I'm Dr. Wilma Franco. I'm the director of the Southeast LA Collaborative. So we are a collective impact model. We're a network of 12 organizations that came together really out of the Bell scandal in government accountability challenges that the Southeast region was facing. So a lot of the reasons why the network came together was as a result of those challenges, but also realizing that there was not a lot of resources that were coming to this specific area. One of the biggest pieces for us was building the nonprofit capacity sector in the Southeast region. Really kind of looking at how do we strengthen those nonprofits that exist, and how do we then ensure that they're sustainable over time. The other piece was really kind of grounded on civic engagement, like how do we mobilize residents, educate them, make sure they're aware of the challenges in their communities, what they can do, about it, and how do we kind of really create this movement. And then the last piece for us was really kind of grounding everything on data and research. We may not be the traditional type of collective impact that may specifically focus on one topic or one city, right? But that we're looking at how do we build something that's going to really drive systemic change for this entire region. The reason why we love to show the map is because when people think about the Southeast, they are also thinking about a larger geographic area than what we as a collaborative have selected. These cities are extremely small cities, right? So we have spent a lot of time just building relationships with local, elected officials, really kind of explaining like what our goal is. I think oftentimes the challenge that we're experiencing is that in these cities, the elected officials and council members are not there full time. Our 12 organizations represent our steering committee members, right? So they are decision makers for us. So anytime that I am making a decision for the collaborative, it needs to be approved by the 12 members. That is one of the often challenges, because all of these organizations have their own individual missions and their own individual goals. But they have all made a commitment for the region, right, to really kind of work collectively to uplift the Southeast area. I think in any relationship, the way you build trust is by, accountability and transparency. You have to be very honest, and I think it's the way that you share the information is the way the context matters often, right? This is why data numbers is just numbers, but when you really kind of put the qualitative piece and give the context, then it tells a bigger story. When we look at the data, we know that the Southeast has so many challenges, right? From environmental challenges to education challenges, and the needs of the community are not being met. But then we also have to, put that in conjunction with what is the community saying. Sometimes we only think of experts as, our organizational leaders, but we have a lot of residents that are experts in their own life because it impacts them, right? All the work that we do will have an impact on them. I may not be here in a few years, but those residents continue to live there. So how do we empower them to then really kind of drive that change in the region?